Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met Russian President Vladimir Putin hours after he held talks with his Russian counterpart Sergey Lavrov. This comes after the Russian foreign minister stated that Russia and India have achieved good results in energy cooperation, and Moscow is interested in further joint energy projects with New Delhi. The talks in Moscow take place as India faces 25% additional tariffs over its continued purchase of Russian oil. Still with us on the broadcast is Raymond Vickery. It's been quite a power-packed day for Dr. Jaishankar in Moscow. He's met Vladimir Putin, Russian president, after meeting Sergey Lavrov. What's interesting is, as I pointed out earlier, this has come in the aftermath of the US administration under Trump imposing additional tariffs against India. It also comes ahead of the SCO summit that's going to take place in Shenzhen in China very shortly on the 31st of August. What do you make of this growing convergence between India, Russia and China, especially in the aftermath of Donald Trump's recent actions?
Well, it's entirely regrettable that our President Trump has taken the kind of sledgehammer approach to U.S.-India relations, which really has pushed India in a direction which, in my judgment, is not in its own best interest, and that is toward Russia and even toward China, which is the most existential threat immediately to India. The reality is that the India-Russia relationship cannot substitute for the two largest democracies on the world cooperating both economically and in security matters. India and the United States are founded upon certain principles having to do with individual liberty, freedom, rule of law, and these are not in common with Russia or much less with China. And Russia and China are joined at the hip with their no limits partnership, which they have reiterated time and time again. So one would hope that in spite of President Trump, that Minister of External Affairs Jaishankar and others will understand the commonality of interest and values between the West, if you will, and the West defined really in terms of the rights of the individual. It's not a geographical term. It includes Japan, it includes Australia, it includes, of course, Western Europe. But India has much more in common with the West, defined in that regard, than it does with Russia, which shares none of these values and is responsible, as we speak, for the deaths of thousands of people by invading a neighbor. So it is understandable and regrettable that under President Trump's approach, India is being driven in this direction. But if you look at the trade figures, India trade with Russia is very small in terms of Indian exports. India has a trade surplus which is vast and important with the United States. The growth in trade which has taken place between Russia and India has been basically taking up the slack in terms of imports of oil, plus the buying of defense products. But one has to look at what benefits the Aam Admi, the common man and woman of India, and that is in terms of being able to export. And Russia is not taking those exports, whether it be in information technology, whether it be in pharmaceuticals, whether it be even in basmati rice. That's just not a substitute. And one hopes that India will be an even stronger part of the coalition for peace, which is necessary to end this war, which has been started and is sustained by Russia.
All right, sir.